Russ, what's the biggest takeaway from that first team offense tonight?
Well, I thought we were in and out of the huddle. I thought we played really, really well. We had some nice, tough runs. The 4th and 1 was great to see. I thought Chris Carson ran really well there. I thought the offensive line looked tremendous. They gave me a lot of time. I remember we had a nice play action pass. We had some other things going on. The touchdown shot. Penny had a really nice block in the touchdown, be able to scramble, and Nick Vanette getting open. So we got the ball around to different guys and made some key plays, and that's what we want to be able to do. I thought Schottenheimer did a tremendous job calling the plays and really being super clear. We just had a great time, playing football. So and that's what we've been doing all OTAs. All summer and training camp so far, and it's looked that way, and we just transferred it. The best part is you transfer the practice to the game, and that's what you always want to do. That's when no matter what happens, you can lay your head down at night and say, what, we were able to do what we wanted to do, what we came out to do. Unfortunately, in terms of the overall scope of things, we didn't get a chance to win. And these preseason games matter, I think. I believe that. I believe because it just gets momentum and everything else. So we'll make sure that we tighten it up and find ways to win.
And seeing Chris Carson get back out there, Russ, how nice was that to see what he did?
Well, I was able to talk to Chris before the game. We were doing some handoffs and stuff, and I looked at him and I told him, I said, remember all the things you went through this whole past year just to get ready for this moment. And be great, and that's what he is. That's who he is. He's been phenomenal all off season. He's got a great mindset. I think our running backs are superb. Got so many guys that can play, and so it's fun to watch, and I'm excited about what we can do.
Good for Nick Vanette to get involved early.
Yeah, I think Nick Vanette's a great football player. He really can catch. He's got some excellent hands. He did a great job of getting open on the scramble. He had made another nice play on the 3rd and long. I think it was 3rd and 15, something like that. He made 14, I believe it was, or whatever it was, and sure enough, we were able to get the first down. So those are the kind of plays that we need, and he can make those plays. And so it was great to see a lot of guys make some plays throughout the night too, throughout the rest of the night, see some of the rookies. I always go back to my rookie year and just the feeling of what it was like to put the Seahawks jersey on, the blue and the green, and go out there in front of our fans and play for the first time. So that's something that's real.
We've all seen the percentage numbers you had in yards last year. Did it, feel like it was all on you at some points last year? And with Carson back, Penny here, does it feel less on you already this year?
Well, I think that at the end of the day, my thoughts have always been, let's do whatever it takes to win. And I don't care how it's done, and I don't care what it takes and what we have to do to win. And as long as we win, that's the only thing that matters, And I think that, with the loss of some of the guys we had last year, some really good running backs like Chris and some other guys, I think the other guys had to step in, and they did well, But unfortunately, we weren't able to, score a bunch of touchdowns through the running game or whatever it was. We were able to throw a lot of touchdowns last year, which was good. But, it's a new year. It's a new moment. It's a new time. And I think that with the players and the youth, I was looking at the screen, which I don't normally look at the screen very often. I was looking at the screen, and it was J.D. McKissick on the kickoff return, right? And I was thinking about is how J.D. McKissick's only in his 3rd year and how good of a football player he is, And so he can be a star. And so just to think about a guy like that, think about Chris Carson's 2nd year, think about Penny, 1st year. So there's a lot of great things in store, and we have to stay the course. It's one preseason game. We had one drive. One drive doesn't determine good or bad what the season's going to look like. What determines that is how our focus, how we prepare, what time we get up in the morning, what time we lay our head down at night, and what we do to be great. So it's a long journey, and we enjoy that journey. It is good to light a match and it to catch, and I think that's the first thing that we were able to do on the first drive.
Russell, what was it like watching Shaquem Griffin from the sidelines tonight?
That was really cool. I was actually talking to some of the defensive players about that, and to see Keem out there with his brother, and just them just on the sidelines and stuff. And the thing about the reality is he's got no hand on and to think about that and how good of a football player he is really, really cool to see. And it's really a testament. He's a testimony, and it's a testament to hard work. It's a testimony in terms of anything's possible. He's playing in the National Football League, playing linebacker, tackling people with only one hand. And he's not just tackling people; he's making plays. He picked me off in practice, so I know he's making plays, and he's just done it the whole time. He does it the right way. He's professional, and he's got a good big brother, or I guess not big brother, but twin brother to look up to. I guess I call him big brother because he's been in the league for one more extra year. But just to think about that is pretty cool.
saw you talking to Andrew Luck before the game, just as a fellow class of 2012 quarterback. How good is it to see him back?
Well, I was telling Andrew, me and him were talking for a little bit there, pre-game and post-game, and just how good it is to see him back out there playing again. Just, you root for the guys that are in your class for sure. You root for all quarterbacks really, unless you're playing them that day. But in terms of just overall, it's a tough position, and all the things, all the pressure that he's had on his life, all the things, all the high expectations, to be able to, to be able to come through and pull through. He played great tonight. Just to see him out there was pretty cool to see. He's a great football player for a long time. He's going to be. So that was exciting to see a friend, a fellow quarterback, and stuff like that.
How do you feel like your offensive line gelled and played in front of you tonight?
I thought the offensive line was the most exciting thing tonight. I think with the leadership of Dwayne Brown, Justin Britt, with Postic and they're doing a really good job. I think across the board, Afedi, and you think about Big DJ, those guys gave me tons of time in there in the pocket. As you could see on some of the third downs and long, we were able to strike some throws and make some plays, the scramble play as well. Those are going to be natural things that happen. They were focused, ready to play. Energy, their energy was high, and that's what we need. I think we're going to be just fine up there. And I think Coach Mike Solari is coaching them really, really well. He's coaching them up. He's a great ball coach, and so it's fun to be able to play with those guys.
Anything else?
Thank you guys. Go Hawks.
Yep, thank you.